Hey,
Got it.
There we go.
Yo,
get it. Hey,
the dreads look good, bro.
That's facts.
The dreads look good, bro. Righteous, brother. You know what I'm saying?
bro, it's so so this is such a fucking journey.
I'm jealous,
man. Like,
honestly. I'm jealous.
It's really a journey. Like, like with the pandemic and everything that happened, I wasn't cutting my hair.
Yeah.
So I was just letting this shit grow, and with letting this shit grow, like in my mind, I didn't think that my hair could ever like grow past. I used to always do the curly top. So in my mind, like that was like the length, like my shit would like bud out after then.
Yeah.
And then it just started growing. And then one day I was like, yo, Jimmy, can you braid this shit up? And it got braided. And I was like, bet. And then I think it was September of last year. So it's been over a year that I've been doing something to my hair as far as like length. And then in May of this year, I'd always wanted to lock my shit, but I just never thought it would grow. And May of this year, man, I've been locked since May, 20th, I think. So we almost going on like 5 months, man. We out here.
Yeah.
I'm so indecisive when it comes like, cause like my hairline's receding and then I got the spot in the back. So it's like I'll be wanting, like I'll be thinking, yo, let me try like hems or keeps or something. But then I just be like, yo, I don't know, man.
That's where I'm at.
I just fuck with
wait, Reg, you use them?
Yeah, I used Hims. Didn't really work out for me. They sent me mad product that I never even got through, so they just kept sending it. So eventually I was just like, let me cancel because I got enough. Okay.
Yeah,
so I use like the vitamin gummies, and I got my girl actually got me this oil. It's called like Hollywood oil or whatever. My jump been growing back. I think
is that black on Hollywood oil?
I guess I don't know.
Okay.
I hope it is, but if it's not, I appreciate it though because it is working. Because my joint, it done feel back in a little bit up here, and then in the back is feeling there too. So
okay.
I remember when this shit happened. Like I was just trying to get a fade, and I wanted to get like a little Nas hook in there or something like that. And I don't know, motherfucker just cut it, and then like a spot just fell off. That shit ain't never come back. Yeah, that shit ain't never come back.
I would have been no good.
I was like,
if I seen
where the hair's at?
A piece of hair.
No.
Yo, I was like, I'm done. Wow, man, it's over.
Son, what's up? Hand me one. Like, you gotta rumble me after that, dog.
It's over, man.
Like, yo, my shit was here before you cut it, bitch. Like, put my shit back.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a tough that's a tough ass spot to be in, though,
bro. Yeah.
And then you go get a cut. What was it? Your normal barber, bro?
Who was it? It was. I think I was like in between barbers at that time, maybe.
Oh, he definitely would have had to rumble me.
I was in between barbers. But it wasn't his. I wasn't mad because like everything else about the cut was okay. It was just when he did the part, I felt like the hairs were just like, we can't take this no more. And the shit just gave. And they just said like, it's just like,
It said, help me.
It fell off, yo.
Help me, nigga.
So I was like, all right, man. Like, fuck it, man. Shit.
Man, listen, man, you a good sport about it, so I'm glad, man. But no, that's real though, because I just turned 33 last Wednesday, so I be noticing like I shape my shit up and like my hair grew fast, so like it'll grow back, but like my shit, like my hairline used to stop like hair. And my shit like back here, and I'm like, hold up, man, I gotta be a little careful when I'm shaping my shit up. You feel me?
Get you some topics, bro.
Yeah, it's not snapping back the way it used to. Like I might fuck up and push it back one time, but it'll grow back now. Brand like this 33.
Hey, you pushing
like,
it.
Hey, gang. Hey, big dog.
Stay here.
Hey, big dog. It's been a long time coming. I'm finna let go, nigga. Like,
listen.
You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy. So, but what's up with you niggas, man? How you niggas been, man? It's been what? A month now? A month and a half?
Since we last recorded shit.
Yeah. It's been a minute, man. I missed it, man.
It's been more than that. It's been more than a month and a half. I think we recorded in June. Yeah, we recorded that first episode in June.
That's fair. But, how you niggas been though?
I'm straight, man. Just excited about this podcast and stuff, bro. I got so basically like my ultimate goal is for us to be like one brand with multiple kind of like ends of just content. Like I just want to keep releasing stuff under this brand, Miscellaneous Madness. So
let's do it.
I got some stuff in the works, like trademarks and stuff like that. So
that shit is a bitch, man. That
really
trademark shit, like it's like, really can't have nothing that sound like it, that's close to it, looks too. We gotta really investigate. Like, yo, eat a dick, nigga. I just got you $400 to prove my trademark.
Yeah, did that shit happen with like the brand and all that?
You talking to Reggie? Talking to me or me?
What you were just saying just now, like we're getting like issues and shit like that.
So I had as we talked about, I think before, I started a Latif brand clothing line, and when I did the LLC was like simple, like that was like more or less, you just really like setting up your tax ID, like really becoming legitimate, like it's no longer a hustle, it's an actual business that's recognized by the United States government. Cool. So when I went into the process of like trying to patent the logo, shout out to Reg for making my logo. When I went into the process of trying to like patent the logo and the name, they were like, yeah, so a month ago, somebody filed to trademark Latif Saeed. And I'm like, nigga, okay. Like,
that's not me, baby. That's not me, baby.
That's not me. That's it. Like, you feel me? So in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, my shit is Latif brand, and it was spelled completely different. Whoever filed for Latif Saeed was Lateef or some shit like that. My shit was Latif.
Yeah.
So, and then the logos were completely different, but they were just saying like how it works with the way the guy explained it to me. He was just saying that the way it works with like trademark commission is you can't trick a consumer. So it's like, let's just say, and they both were clothing lines, right? So it's like you go into a reputable store, like you go into Nordstrom, and let's just say your line is carried in Nordstrom and their line is carried in Nordstrom. It's like, okay, somebody is going in for Latif Saeed, but they see Latif brand. They make Latif Saeed, so they gonna grab your shit. And it's, I forgot the word that he said it was, but it can't be, it's like, it's a process. Like that shit is like no bullshit. It's probably like, it was like anywhere between like 6 to 12 months to like fully approve that shit and get like a full patent. So, you know what I'm saying? And the patent that I was working on was actually going to be just for the letter L and a heart. You feel me? Like, cause it was just so many like legal loopholes. Like America is nothing but a bunch of, you know what I mean? It's just a capitalist society. So anyway, niggas can make money. Niggas is making money. So it's like when you like trying to do shit the legal way and you go on an entrepreneur road, you discover how much bullshit you got to go through just to like
simple stuff.
Right. Dumb shit. It's dumb. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I still haven't finished with, like the patent, like that shit is still fucking pending. Like eat a dick, USA. Like,
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that's the next steps that I'm taking as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Yeah. So, like I know y'all niggas was thinking, y'all niggas tell me like, yo, this nigga like, is he dead or something? Like,
yeah, that's facts. Like we set up a group chat and everything, and niggas fall off the planet. Like, nah, I ain't here.
All right, yo, Reg, I feel like I be coming in that group chat bombing all the time, nigga.
Nah, you don't.
Like I don't know, like it's like yo, I know Reg. Wow, I got maybe once I meet these niggas and really like honestly, see what's up, yo. That's what it is. Really, I think.
So that's the funny thing. Man. That's the funny thing. It like so. Now that we talking about that shit, man.
What's up?
All right, so keeping it a being, right? Like y'all my niggas. Like y'all truly my niggas.
What are you about to say?
Like Joe, I was raised with Joe. That's truly my brother. Joe. Reg, you really became the bro, like just through genuine organic relationship. Yeah. And it's not that I don't, like, it's not that I don't like, we
just don't know these niggas.
Right. Like I really don't know these niggas. So it's like the one boy, he country as fuck. Like he came on like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, cuz like I'm riding around 30. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga, man? Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. It's the personalities. It's like I know Joe. So I know how to like the relationship with Joe. I know how to talk to Joe. I know how to bounce off Joe. Reg, I know you. I know, like, you know what I mean? It took a while, but I know how to bounce off you. Like, This nigga called Magic Mike. I'm like, it's weird, bro. Like, I'm not calling another nigga Magic Mike. Like, you feel me? And then he white. But then he white though. So then they're like, yo, I got my hood card. Like, bro, that what? I don't know, bro. Like, so I was just like, yo, let me mute the fuck out of this group chat.
That's the weird. Bro. Yeah, that's just the weird part about joining group chats. We don't actually like know the people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I feel like once because we still got to get down to North Carolina. I think that trip still has to
come
happen.
Come out here.
I think that has to happen. You know, I think maybe we can build the rapport there. You know what I'm saying?
See, and I wouldn't be mad at that if I actually met these niggas. It's really hard to build any kind of camaraderie via text, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like in today's society, it's like, you know, if you follow somebody on Instagram. Like, you actually get to see pictures. You kind of get to, you know, visualize who the person is. There's some type of relationship or rapport that you can build. Like, I don't know these niggas. So it's like, you know, he like, hey, yo, Heff. Like, what? Like, nigga, that's, nobody calls me that, bro. Like, like, I don't know. It's just weird, man. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Shout out to y'all niggas, man.
But once y'all meet everybody for real, you see, like, I feel like we all have the same kind of type of spirit. Cause like when I feel the same way when I'm around y'all, the same way I feel when I'm around them. Like, it's no type of, it's not like a different feeling. Like, oh, they kind of give me this type of vibe, or it's like niggas just out here just living. And I love that joint. So I just be like, yeah, let's get with it.
Yeah, good energy, good. Yeah, that's what I fuck with. As long as it's good energy, it's good energy. Like, shit. So, yeah, I can say one thing, though. Like, yeah, I'm about to put this shit on the page. Like, I'm, like, happy to be a Miscellaneous Madness affiliate. Like, I feel like I'm about to just put that shit on my fucking bio. Matter of fact, what we're doing now is just Miscellaneous Madness affiliate. You know what I'm saying? I feel affiliated, you know what I'm saying? Death Row, niggas.
Like, when I
niggas all going dancing in the video.
There's teeth in the back.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting there struggling trying to roll a L and shit. You like, hey, I'm like somebody fell or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro.
Oh, but what's the name? Cause my girl, she's working on putting together a show to release on the channel as well. And she was like, yo, it feel like I'm signed to a label or something. Like,
come on,
I got something going on. Like, I was like, yeah, that's how I wanted it to feel. Like, when anybody
Suge Davis.
Yeah. Whenever anybody get put on or whatever through me, like, that's what it's going. That's what I wanted to feel like that. Yeah. I'm gonna do everything that I can to make sure your product is successful on our page.
I feel like it's genius to start like a platform like that, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially with your skill set, like, because it's like, because for one, you are talent. Like, you have this skill set, the engineering, but you also are like creative talent as well. So you like the best of like both worlds. But it's just like having.
Oh, just hold on.
What?
Bubby in the back with a Robin costume on.
Nut shit. Bubby stay on some nut shit, man.
Yeah.
Bubby be having
that TV time. That TV time.
You know what? They can't hear you because I got the headphones in, so they can't hear shit. They got the headphones in. No, but yo, Joe was actually right. And what? Yo, no, move, put it in. Wow. So I'm saying, like, shit be out of control in my crib. No, yo, what Rich is saying is that Rich, I'm fucking rich. What Joe is saying is real shit. I don't know why I want to call you Richburg. Like, what Richburg is like, we played football together, some shit. What Richburg is saying, but what Joe is saying is some real shit. I was thinking about that shit today. I was watching an excerpt because it seemed like everybody has a platform now. Like, everybody has like a podcast. Everybody has a YouTube. Like, there's like a million and one platforms to like get liking. I was watching Shay Shay Club, Shannon Sharp John. I fuck with his jaw. I just fuck with, you know what I mean, Uncle Sharp.
Come on, Skip.
Right. Come on,
Skip.
Country, yo, that's my guy. Man. Shay the guy. But he was doing, you know, like, he was doing a podcast, and it's like, damn, like, he started out taking I think it was like a pilot position with FS1, because remember when Skip left First Take, he went to FS1 on like some pilot shit. Like they didn't even know that shit was really going to take off, right?
Mhm.
Now that shit competes with First Take, and then from that, the spinoff. Now Shannon Sharp got a whole fucking. I don't know if it's a podcast or a YouTube. I honestly don't know
Hybrid,
what
I
it
guess,
is.
whatever
Right,
it is,
it's something
yeah.
like that. But then
Yeah.
he be doing interviews with like everybody. He doing interviews
Mhm.
with AI, with To, like everybody, and then like he gets show major love, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So I think it's just like it's the wave of the country, man, or just the wave of the generation at least. And I feel like if you don't have a platform, you fucking ass, like, you know what I mean? Like, so,
And then
in the right space.
and it's so accessible, like with social media, just Instagram, like it's right. Your platform is already made for you. You just got to put out content. You know what I'm saying? Like now, whether like the audience comes or not, whether you're
That really depends on you.
Yeah, whether you're and then whether you're or not you're focused on that. That's like a whole nother can. But if you really just want to work and just put some shit out and just be creative, like there's opportunity for everybody to like fill that need.
And it don't cost nothing. That's the crazy thing. It costs
You-
nothing to put out content.
You don't gotta go to a label. You don't gotta go to a network. You just literally have to have a mic, headphones, and just record. Like
This
you know
whole
what I
show,
mean?
yeah.
No, really, you need an
Self-funded,
iPhone
dog.
and the headpiece that come with it. That shit,
Yeah,
that shit,
boom.
like that's it.
For real. Yeah, don't even need a mic.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah, man.
definitely, man. I feel like that shit crazy, man. Like so I would definitely say I'd second what Joe saying. Like being able to just have a platform, because a lot of niggas don't even realize like it's a lot of money in that shit. Like no bullshit. It's just like a lot of niggas want to be like the front facing nigga, but really that money is like with that producing, that engineering shit. That's where. So I just
like I am him.
right. So I just found this out. I literally just found this out, and and again, I'm not really big on like behind the scenes music. Obviously, like I'm a fan. I listen to this shit, but and I'm sure we gonna talk about that through the podcast. But Drake, he just dropped his new album, and R. Kelly got writing credits on one of the songs. So this nigga's going to get a check just for a writing credit. He got a point as being credited to. I think they sampled what was it? Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, or one of Aaliyah songs. He Drake sampled, which was written by Art. No, it's real shit though.
I know. I'm saying, but why choose that? Why choose the Aaliyah joint?
It might be. I don't. I know it was an Aaliyah track, but I don't know. I don't remember which joint it was. But they sampled it, and because they sampled it, this nigga gets a point. So he gets a royalty check off of every time that shit spin. So anytime somebody listens to that shit digitally, R. Kelly get a fucking check from. He gets a percentage of that, and it's like, yo. And this nigga ain't made music, and I don't know. This nigga behind bars, like, you know what I'm saying, with syphilis or something. Like, nobody really knows what's going on with this nigga.
R. Kelly is going through it, dog.
And I mean, through it.
That's because he can't fuck the little bitches no more. That's why.
Yeah,
he really can't, and he hurt. He gonna be hurt.
But again, the niggas making
but
money.
my body.
My
bad.
We about to get fucking.
That song
about to get
was
banned
dead
and
giveaway,
shit.
yo. That song was the
Boycott
dead
miscellaneous madness. Like,
telling me no.
they about to be like, they support pedophile. They support pedophilia.
Yo,
Ban these dickheads.
that song's a dead giveaway. Yo.
It's really hard. Yo, it's really hard to try to separate the. You know what I mean? The sin from the sinner.
He's immensely talented, dog. It's crazy.
R. Kelly's so wild, bruh. Like just from the stuff I've been hearing in this case, like
he was out here fucking little boys,
boys
That's
and little girls, like.
Right? But notice, you know what? And I know it's probably terrible for me to even like really distinctualize the two. It really is. But. Bro, now you take it to the point where it's like, all right, you know what I mean? You had a fetish for the little kids, cool, whatever. You was fucking with the little mommies. Now you fucking with the little poppies. So, like, not just the mommies, you fucking with the little poppies, nigga. Like, yo, what, bro? Yo, wild.
Son, you really the Pied Piper R&B, dog. Like, You can everybody, dog. Like,
nigga,
better not bring your kids,
nigga.
Facts. Like,
nobody's arguing the fact that you the Pied Piper at this point. Like,
no,
at this point, you can have it, my boy. Like,
that's not being discussed
at all. At all. Like, that's really a thing.
Son, that's you, dog. Like,
because the Pied Piper is the guy that lures the kids into the woods with the music, right?
Yes.
Oh man,
son.
But how fucking ironic of that to be like your entrance to music. Oh, I'm the Pied Piper of music, nigga. That's not really. It's not a compliment, my boy. Like,
yeah,
a compliment.
That's not a compliment, bro.
What you mean? But he probably didn't know what it means. Not like he can read. Like he don't read books. Like he probably even know what it meant. That was a bad joke. Whatever.
Bad John, man. Like he really on a bad John right now. But whatever, man. But speaking of like new music that just got released, man.
What?
Talk to me, man, because I know my opinion is gonna vastly vary from what you niggas might say or what the popular opinion is. But Donda, talk to me, man. Donda, what's up, man? Talk to me.
I fuck with it, yo. I fuck with Donda. Like, yeah, I just fuck with it. Yeah, I haven't listened. Like I said, I haven't listened to it in a few days, but like I get good vibes from that shit. Probably the Jay-Z John is probably like my favorite. Bro, when you posted that shit, made an image of God, that's my
celly, yo. That nigga 50, yo, he's 51.
He is Jay. That nigga's a poet, nigga. Like,
that's crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy. There is no word, vernacular language to articulate or capitulate what that nigga does at 51. Like, how do you like what?
He's the general of the Geechee army, you know, king of the culture. Just like this motherfucker, Jay-Z is just the realest. I wish I caught the Jay-Z wave earlier, nigga. But it's like, yeah, that's probably like, I forget what the name of the track is, but that's my favorite. That's probably like my favorite shit on there.
Jail. It's called
Jail. Yeah. But I don't know. I just like the album. It just makes me feel good listening to it. You know what I mean?
Segue for 1 minute.
Listen to it.
Segue for 1 minute, Reg, before you tell me what you think about it. A lot of niggas was hot about that. They thought he took Jay off and put the baby on it. A lot of niggas was real tight because at the listening party that he did at Chicago, he had the baby version of it, and niggas was like, "Wait, you took Hov off with the baby on?"
Nigga, he's a Hov not coming out there.
Like, nigga, you wildin'. But no, I get it. I get why he would have did like different variations of it, because one of them could be like a remix, like, you know, that nigga's a master mixer and cutter and all that shit. So I mean, it makes sense, but niggas was really up in arms, like they really thought like Ye had lost his fucker. My nigga, did you take the greatest of all time off to put
that like what is you talking about, son? Like
nigga, that like this. So remember the shit that really got that shit buzzing was when he was in Atlanta and he had the all red on. And then Hov dropped, and niggas lost they shit down in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Like, they really, like, fucking went dumb. So, you know what I'm saying? You only get 2 listening parties. Both listening parties, Hov present. The moment you take that shit to Chicago, it's just the baby. Like, niggas was like, nigga, what? Like,
what? But, so my take on, are we going to talk about CLB as well?
We can. I didn't really listen to Certified Lover Boy as much, but you know, I'm open to it. I spun it like,
yeah,
just kind of sad with it. I didn't really give it like real play. So
all right. So my take on Donda is it's a good album, very well produced, very, very, very pristine. However, I find it to be kind of dark at times. And that's cool if that's your thing, but my only thing is like it's about messaging for me, and he's on this Christianity kick right now. And it's just like when I think about like gospel music or Christian music,
That ain't
this kind of dark out here, cuz. Like,
wait, is we doing Satanism, nigga? What are we doing? Huh?
Oh, it's like you talking about God or God little G? Like I'm confused. Like
Yeah.
so yeah, that's my only take on Donda. Really, I was listening to it today. It's some bangers on there, and they are bangers. But when we talk about the messaging that's attached to the album, it's just like this feel kind of dark to be a considered gospel. So
like production wise, you mean like it feels dark to you? Then is that what you mean? Like production wise,
yeah, production wise, it's a dark album. It feels dark.
I just fuck with like this God consciousness wave coming back and like hip hop. It's not, and it doesn't feel like religious. Like it just feels like a consciousness or an awareness. Like I don't know. It seemed like as like the Jay-Z's and maybe the Ye's and stuff, and like the OGs in the game, as they're like going more that direction. I'm hoping that it'll like inspire. Well, no, I just hope the lane opens up more. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I was even listening to like fucking West Side Gun, like Griselda niggas, like. And this motherfucker's even on a God, like they on a God he's on God conscious and shit. And I was just like, I don't know. I like the feel of that. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it felt like in the 90s when the conscious shit was hype and everybody was getting knowledge through like the music and the hip hop and stuff like that. But like, if it could like, I would just love for it to continue to go in that direction again. You know what I'm saying? When niggas can get like some type of guidance, like from the music again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I feel that.
So just kind of piggybacking on that, I don't know if I would agree 100% with one of the sentiments you said. I will say there was a lot of conscious rap back in the day. I don't know if anything was spiritually related though. Like I think it was more like conscious, like fight the power conscious, the conditions of Black people. I don't necessarily know the group that you're speaking of right now, but all right, so I'm gonna just be honest. I hate Donda. Like as far as a project, I hate it because I think the problem with me, and that's where I think my issue has been as far as music for so many fucking years, and I think that's why I just listen to a bunch of old shit, is because when you grow up spoiled listening to like, so for example, my favorite artist of all time would be Lil Wayne. And I'm like utterly disgusted with what Lil Wayne is today, right? Because it's like, I understand evolution. I understand it, like growth, maturity, but just flat out Lil Wayne weird as shit now. Like, and it's like, I can't get with the weight. I can't get with the flow, right? I grew up on Young Money, Louisiana, mixtape Wayne, right? Like that's who I grew up on. You got to think about it. When Wayne really got hot, this was Carter 2. Like Carter 1, Wayne was cool and we fucked with it because he had some radio play. But like when Wayne really started saying like, yo, I'm the best rapper alive, that was Carter 2. And that was my era. That was my generation, like middle school, high school, right? So listening to that part of Wayne, like, and that Wayne that I heard, and that nigga being on like every fucking track and just murdering everything. Like, you gotta remember that one run Wayne had, the nigga was like the best rapper on every feature he had, right? Like the nigga was featured on, what was the joint that when niggas was like, okay, he's really a problem. I think it was the college joint. If you want to, we can survive.
Oh, that we taking over.
Wayne snapped on that shit.
I've never been the biggest Lil Wayne fan, but I can definitely
he
agree.
Snapped
he
on
went
that,
crazy,
and that was. I feel like that was like his like, okay, I'm here lyrically, like niggas not okay, you're not fucking with me, like what's up type shit, right? So like, for example, like for somebody like a Wayne, and for me to grow up and listen to Wayne, and then we got the Carter 3, like certified classic. Like every fucking joint you heard on it was a banger. Like I was 18 when the Carter 3 came out. That shit was crazy. Like my mom got tired of listening to a Millie over top of her bedroom. You understand what I'm saying? Like I was really spinning. Like that was my anthem every morning, getting up. A Millie. Like this shit went so dumb. Then we got the Carter 4. which was another classic.
Yeah.
And then he had the situation with Baby, and that shit went sour. And then the nigga disappears for like 10 years. And then he comes back with blonde, struggling dreads, and
I mean, struggling
like hard. Like it's like, bro, you went from it like nigga, it looked like a
bro,
bitch
hair
that
like
clean the fuck out.
Bro, hair
You
like
feel
this,
me?
dog. Like
Yo, breakage like a motherfucker. Like nigga, cut that shit off and just start the fuck over. Like you feel me? Like, coming from a nigga that had a head full of dreads. Like you know what I'm saying? Wayne had a head full of locks. That nigga got 3 now. You feel me? Like it's so weird to see. Like it looked like a fish fry in his head. Like this shit really bad. Like,
he got 3 locks, son.
Oh my god.
Them joints fried white in his head. I'm not bullshitting. You got tilapia pieces. Like them joints going down bad. So again, with all that, I don't like I was not a fan of the Carter 5. I thought it was a piece of shit. Like as far as like if you're gonna like, cause you gotta think about it. Carter 1 was solid. Carter 2, banger. Carter 3, solidify. Carter 4 stayed with you. You were still doing your thing with Carter 4. What it didn't really give you Carter 3, but it still was lyrics. And then Carter 5 was shit. He had like 3 tracks that I could literally say I fuck with, honestly. So I'm saying like to see that when I see the evolution of a rapper and it gets back, like you take a Jay-Z. Jay-Z has evolved. At principle, he's always let us know that we're poor as fuck and he gets a lot of fucking money. But the way he's delivered it to us has matured like shit, right? Mm-hmm. So it went from big ass gold chains and bubble eye Benzes to, you know, now I'm not throwing money in the strip club. I'm building my credit to now I'm making investments type shit. You understand what I'm saying? But it's still the same Hove. Like you could still like even that shit on that verse on Jail. God in my cell. That's my celly.
That big stepper talk. He always gonna have that big stepper talk.
Always like but it doesn't change. So if I was to give it a fair rating, production A1. Production A1. Collaboration, mixing A1. Because I feel like I'm a late registration, college dropout, graduation yay. Like that's who I grew up on, yay. Backpack, yay, polo, yay. Yay never really said anything that was like, oh, he got bars. It was never that.
Yeah, he won't
you know
never
what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We know he got Khan writing for him and some other niggas writing for him. I get that. So they're not ever going to give like some real serious bars. But to a degree, it was very conscientious. And it was like, okay, damn, Ye said some shit that like, you know, it's some cocky shit, but what he's saying is real, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? What was this shit? The diamond shit. Fuck. Damn, it's not going to come to me now. I bet you it'll come to me later. I'll get a reference later. But some of the shit that I grew up on with Ye, I'm like, okay, that's the Ye. And then for me, even still, like, so those 3 albums was like, okay, Ye's my favorite rapper now. Like, it went from Wayne to Ye at that point. And then Ye, I think, what was the next one? Was it 808 Heartbeats or was it My Dark Twisted?
After graduation, it was 808s and Heartbreak, and then it was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay, so he started to lose me then. Production was still A1, but that was starting to be a new, I think, Ye. Like Ye really start sampling and experimenting with like noises and like not really saying nothing, but just kind of giving you like this shit crazy type shit, right? Like that type of production. Cool. This shit, you know, I'm gonna be honest, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Yeezus. Production A1, but messaging is like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know, then don't get me wrong, I feel like, now to me, Jail was my favorite record on the album, not only just for the sake of Hove, but I believe it's also my favorite album just from the perspective of like what he's saying, like we all liars.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
that touched me. He
really saying some shit like we all liars, we all got priors. Guess who's going to jail?
In a superficial judgment world, that song was like an anthem that like, no, you a liar too. Like I lie, we lie. Like, we all just
very much so.
Yeah,
very much so. So from that perspective and that perspective alone, again, if I was to give in totality, like my rating on the album, I'm spoil you and I want old Ye back. Like I want fucking Amber Rose Ye back. That's the Ye I want. Like
that nigga, I think his nigga's
dog.
long
Amber,
gone.
He's never coming back.
That's
He's
long
never-
gone. That's
You
long
want
gone.
Amber Rose Ye back?
I want Amber Rose Ye back.
That sounds like a
That's
toxic
my
Ye.
beautiful dark twisted fantasy.
But he was fucking with her before that.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me
Like-
wrong, he got to that, but I'm saying like Ye was fucking with Amber Rose. Remember, he started fucking with Amber Rose, I think, on the second album. I think that was, what was that? Dropout, college dropout, or whatever.
Late registration, college dropout, and graduation.
It was definitely
right?
college dropout. So it was, yeah. So it was definitely his second album that he was fucking with Amber. So that was Hen Dog, yeah. But George Bush don't like black people.
Kanye had the same. I think he had the same fiance for the first 3 albums. Then they broke up. That's why he broke because his fiance left him, and his mom died. That's why he put out 808s and Heartbreak.
Well, I thought that was only because of his mom. I didn't know that. I thought the report was he made that because his mom passed.
It's both. He made the he did 808 and Heartbreak around like everything really. But his mom passing and his fiance leaving him. He didn't start messing with Amber Rose until around that album.
That's fair.
Cause
so then whoever his fiance was, give me that bitch back.
It was
give me that Ye back.
I forgot her name, but she was like she did poetry or something like that.
That's fair. Well, give me her back because that Ye was crazy. Like I swear, them 3 albums, I'd still listen to them bitches to the day. And when you listen to them shit, they still relevant today. Like to this day, them Jones is still relevant. And again, although Ye is not a lyricist, the messaging that he was putting out, even then was still conscientious. It wasn't as if like Ye was like on some foul flagrant shit, right? Like Ye was still like, yeah, I'm an ignorant motherfucker. We slave to this label shit. But guess what? You know, I'm still gonna do that shit, and I'm still gonna be for my people, right? Like I sell sell my soul for this gold chain, but I still love you. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just giving us real pointers. So for me, personally, Donda was trash. If I would have to give it all away, Donda was trash.
I found Ye's ex fiance, Alexis Pfeiffer. They dated.
She sound like some type of Italian joint. Like Italian, Argentine, Pfeiffer.
Yeah. Alexis Pfeiffer. They dated until 2004. They broke up but got back together in 2005. Didn't break up until 2006, it said. And because Heartbreak is the song Heartbreak. What's the joint? On 808s and Heartbreak.
I'd be lying to you. I'm
what's the freaking?
Yeah, I'm not a fan, bro. I told you.
No. Heartless. How could you be so heartless? That song is about her. That album came out in 2008.
So wait a minute, I gotta pause you real quick, bro. I gotta pause you because I told you it was gonna come to me. But the year that I grew up on, I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I woke, I spent that on the necklace. Like
that's graduation year.
That's the Ye I grew up on. Like,
yeah,
I'm like, God damn, yeah, you that's real shit, nigga. Like I'm fucking out the hood, but I also want that gold chain too, nigga. Like that's like he was saying shit that really connected with us, right? Like, yo, I need to stop doing this ignorant shit, but I love it. You feel me? Like,
the nigga shit is just in me.
Right, it's so like hard.
So, like,
so, I mean, personally, like I said, for me, you know, production, I mean, you can only expect production to be A1. Now, I had mixed, I will say I had mixed emotions about the visuals, like when he did the listening parties. He didn't really do too many visuals. So his first listening party wasn't really a visual. It was just all white, and he had the nylon mask going with the all red on, right? So he ain't really do nothing. But then the second John, he got raised from the, like, at some point he had like the all black on, and they raised him up, and he, like, you know, like he was, I guess, going to heaven or some shit. Like I don't really know what the fuck that symbolized. Now the third joint I thought was hot, but this is where my I guess my mixed emotions came in, because I like, damn, it's hot the fact that you can really come full circle and you could rebuild your childhood home in the middle of Soldier Field. That's hot as shit. That concept hot as shit. And then the fact that, you know, like I understand visual concepts, right?
Mhm.
I understand pushing the envelope. I also understand, you know, artistic expression, right? So Ye set himself, he's doing a video where it looks like it's CGI him being on fire. And then he walk out the crib and he really on fire. And then he get on his knees and they put the fire out. Now, as far as a visual concept, like a artistic expression, that's fire. Like, damn, like that shit is going to age well. It's tough. But on the flip side of that, when you start thinking about the messaging, and now we messaging about, you know, God, Jesus, Jesus, God, God, Jesus, God, Jesus, God.
But
And
you
then I
on
just walk
fire,
out
like
on fire, and it's like, this really
know
was
about
some.
that.
Okay.
It's got that cultish nigga, like,
Yeah.
and then that, like the dunda, 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 dunda,
All right,
dunda.
I ain't gonna front. That felt like voodoo. That shit did feel like voodoo. The Donda chant. That did feel like
Hard, bro.
voodoo.
It's like, you know, I fuck, yo. So that's the thing, because being black and understanding the expression, the artistic expression, is like, damn, like only Ye could do some shit like that.
Yeah.
But then it's like,
This
listen to
joint,
it
artistically, this joint tough,
crazy. But then
but
when you
these
really sit and you
messages,
analyze
bro,
it, it's like dunda, 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 dunda. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, nigga, what the fuck is going on? Like, niggas get scared, like, hold the fuck up, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you looking around like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing, man? Like, Candyman just dropped, nigga. Don't be saying that
Nah,
shit
did
like
he
that.
dead
You
ass
hit
light himself
hit
on
one of
fire
these-
though?
You listening
Yes.
to Donda, then your lights hit one of these, like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
oh, hold
You
on,
like-
bro. Hey,
did
chill,
the light-
dog. Hey,
did
hold
the
on,
lights just
dog.
them, nigga? Like, did the lights just them, nigga? Like, no, you tripping, nigga. They ain't not having it. Nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I'm high, nigga. Like, but no,
Oh,
Joe,
crazy.
yes. In Soldier Field, if you Google it, the nigga it's like the way they it's like, I don't know, the way they displayed it, it was like you was looking through like a screen, and it looked like it was like a computer generated image of like his background being set on fire. It didn't look real at first. And then I felt like the shit kind of fell away. The production was A1. How they pulled that shit off, A1. But then when he walks out the fucking house on fire,
On fire. I was
and he's just
That
like
shit looks
walking
crazy, bro.
he walks for a minute before he gets on his knees and the bulls, you know what I mean, extinguishing. And it's like, wait a minute, hold on. Is this what my mom was talking about? Is this Antichrist? I'm nervous. What is this? Like, what is it? No, I'm not ready. I smoked
I was
today.
like, I don't
ready.
I don't know if we're talking about the same Jesus, pal.
man. Like, wait, I smoked and drank today. Wait, can we try again?
Wait.
No.
Wait
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are these the last times? I don't know. I can't fuck with it, man. So that's my honest assessment of Donda. Like I said, shout out the whole being 51 years old and still giving like relative bars. Like, like what? Made in the image of God. That's a selfie.
Yeah.
What? Like, yo, that shit. Again, 51. That's all I'm gonna say. The nigga's 51. Like, that's,
and he's gonna
still
keep
relevant
getting better. He's gonna keep. I mean, I can't wait for the next Jay-Z project, and I just feel like that shit just gonna keep getting. It's just gonna keep getting good, bro. Like
so that, yo, you just brought up a good point.
Yeah.
Do you think there will be another Jay-Z project?
I think so. Like, cause yeah, I think so. I do, cause it's
a solo project or like a Beyonce Jay-Z project. Like, will we get another Jay-Z rap album? Is what I'm asking.
Like I think we will. Just especially with just like the African shit and, like I said, the spiritual conscious shit that Jay is on. Like, I feel like that's a whole new lane. Like 444, the written testimony, Jay Electronica, like that shit just felt like so real. It was feeling it, it was passion in it. Like even the Carter's album, like I love that shit. I was bumping that shit last night.
I do like the Carter. The Carter's
album.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that shit, bro. I love that shit. Like, I don't know. I definitely feel like he's going to keep exploring like this spiritual shit, because it still seems like Jay-Z's like growing. Listening to that music, especially 444, like he had 51 realizing like this shit, or however old he was when 444 came out. I know it's post 45, but like, yeah, it's like, yo, he's still growing. and he's like showing that through the music. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think more music is gonna come. Like, I don't think he's done by any means.
That's crazy because I don't even know. Like when you think about it, like when you talk about like just relevant rappers. I'm not talking about like rappers that they dicky and just get like a plug just because of the status, right? Like, I mean, you think about motherfuckers that was in the game when Jay-Z was in the game, like the Nas of the world, the fucking, you know what I'm saying?
King's
like
Disease too is hard, but go ahead.
it's terrible. It's terrible.
You think King's Disease 2 is terrible? Why? What? How do you think?
So
it's so much game in that out in them. King's Disease and King's Disease 2 is so much game in those albums.
So let me say this.
Nigga.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
I'm not denying the message. Nas has always been the messenger. Like that's nothing new. Like Nas ain't never. This ain't new for Nas to be dropping knowledge on us and Nas to be like telling the shit like, yo, for real. Like, you know, like when a nigga dropped the joint and said, you know, Fox News was really started by a black man. That's facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Nas always has been doing shit like that, right? But I'm saying from the perspective of, to me, I think the last, and again, it's just my personal opinion. I think the last solid project that Nas did that I enjoyed was Nas, or it wasn't Nasir. I think it was Nasir. Whatever the joint that Ye did, the 7-track album. Maybe
I like that too.
To me, that was I feel like getting a 7-track like EP, perfect. Like, cause I feel like that's where Nas operates right now. To me, that's where he operates like in his bag, Nas, right? Like, you know, like it's not to say that I didn't like it's not to say that he wasn't dropping gems on that shit, but to me, the shit was trash. Like, if you think about it, it didn't even really get a lot of play. It didn't get a lot of buzz. It didn't get a lot of notoriety. It wasn't like it got a lot of that because it just was like, So I don't know. Like I don't know. When you look at certain rappers that were around at that time, of course Nas is there, but Nas is really a businessman. Nas is really worth a lot of money. That nigga don't give a fuck about rapping. Like he's like, you could tell there's a different. Man.
I think he gives like a huge fuck about rapping still, yo.
I know. So when you listen to the hunger, it just sounds different. Like it's so hard to know Jay-Z is a billionaire. It is so hard to know. If you listen to that, you listen to the verse on Jail, it's like, wait, this nigga is a billionaire? You mean he don't ever gotta rap again? But the shit he be saying be like, damn, that nigga hungry as shit. Like, who is this young boy? Like, that's the way he be giving it to you. Be like, God damn, what the fuck is that? Like, that's an Instagram post. God of my son. That's like, nigga, what? Like he give you that type shit. Ain't nobody retweeting Nas, bro. Like, niggas ain't retweeting Nas. Man, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, when you look at some of the niggas that were like, for real, 50 Cent came and went, done.
Yeah.
Eminem came and went, done. You feel me? Like, there's so many rappers, Fat Joe, Noriega, like the whole State Property. Like, it's so many rappers that was around the Jay-Z era. And it's only Jay that's still left. Like, that's a incredible ass feat, yo.
I think it's a testament to like the growth though. And that's why like I like, because I have an ear right now for like the growth music and like the message rap right now. Not the campy message rap, but like I said, just like, yo, level up, look at life a little differently. Yeah, we was young boys, we was fucking up, you know what I'm saying? But yo, we on this old head shit now. Like, we really trying to grow and evolve and give niggas game and shit. Like, so, and then also it's the fact that I like the production. I like the production on the King's Disease. Like, I feel like Nas, because that was a big thing I used to hear about Nas, just that like he can rap, but his beat,
he can rap, but he be picking like horrible beats.
That was Nas. That's what made Nas.
Yeah.
he made sure that the production didn't out rap him. That's one of the biggest fallacies with a lot of niggas. The Future is a prime example of that. That nigga production be A1 and the production be 30 times better than the fucking bars. It's like, because the production is so clean. You can't you can't give me a Future bar right now that's like, yo, that shit is impactful. Put my thumb in a butt. Like, what?
Yeah, why you had to go there?
They don't say nothing impactful, legendary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got niggas who's making raps, you know what I'm saying? Listen, shout out to the young boys, man. Y'all do y'all thing. I don't fuck with you niggas, but you got a song named Waukesha, bro. Waukesha. Niggas is rapping glorifying syrup and Sprite. I'm not bullshitting you. He combined Waukesha, his love for syrup, and his love for a bitch in the same.
This is why I like the Nas album. I like what Common's doing these days. I like Black Thought's album. What is it? Streams of Consciousness and shit like that. Come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like Jay-Z.
Oh, that shit crazy though.
Common's dropping tomorrow. He put a freestyle out on LA Leakers that was classic as shit on some Wu-Tang fire, nigga.
Crazy,
God level MCs, dog. But Busta Rhymes, like Extinction Level Event 2, like I don't know, niggas is really just like on some like old head, like yo, we try and level the generation that we gave the drugs and not respecting women and shit. We try and give y'all the real shit now. We try and give y'all the elevated game now. Like that shit is fire, yo. The game needs that, and hip hop needs that. The young boys need to see that. Like, and then hopefully Drake will get off his fuckboy shit. You know, he'll see that too. But you know,
CLB is really wild. Like, I went into it yesterday when we recorded, me and Joe, for just checking in. But I'm more than happy to go into that junk again. Drake is broken.
I got some thoughts. So
Drake is broken, bro.
Why do you think that is?
Hurt.
Like, do we think?
Fault.
Hey. I'm glad we talk about it.
It's Pusha T fault, bro.
Because you know what I'm saying, Drake been getting away with doing a lot of fuck shit to a lot of niggas. Because of his, you know, his popularity.
Yeah.
That nigga finally ran into somebody who had some bars. It was like, wait, you said Virginia? Okay, I got something for you.
Son.
Like, checkmate, nigga. Like, that's so hard. Yo, but just hold up. For the record, let's just be clear.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne said, I am the best rapper alive. He was calling out niggas. Pusha T said, what's up? Wayne ain't say shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we gotta understand.
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
Let's talk about it,
we
son.
really gotta understand the level. Wayne was knocking everything the fuck off. Pusha came right at that nigga, Mr. Me Too. Right at your dumb ass. Like, as a public service announcement, right at you, dick.
I'm trying to tell y'all, bro.
I'm a Wayne fan.
Bruh.
Niggas ain't know, like, oh no, Mr. Me Too ain't about Wayne. That shit is about Wayne.
It's about Lil Wayne, dog.
Right at him. The whole Cash Money. He was right at the whole clique. Bro. Okay? Wayne was like, I'm getting too much money to respond. Like, nigga, you don't have nothing. Like, just give it a buck, nigga. We ain't got nothing.
Right.
You feel me? Like, let's just, all right, take the L silently, my nigga, move on.
And people don't even be knowing, like, where that beef stems from. Like, it be blowing my mind. Like, how come Drake and Kanye beefing? Dog, this is all like casualties of war. Like I said on Just Checking In, it's all casualties of war. This beef stems from the Clips not being paid for what happened to that boy. And because they ain't get paid, Pusha T said, I don't care about none of them niggas. All of them can get it. And everybody. It's been war. Because it wasn't a Drake ever since.
It wasn't a Drake beef. It wasn't even a Wayne beef. It was a Birdman beef that started. It was, oh, you niggas trying to burn me. Fuck you too, nigga. Like, I'm on everybody's head.
I'm like,
you
for
funky
everybody.
Dog head bitch. Like, I'm on everybody head. And next thing you know, niggas thought they was, you know what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, niggas really, so I don't really know, like, y'all younger than me, so I don't know if y'all remember this battle as intensely as I remember it. But see, I caught the tail end of Jay-Z Nas, right? Like, I caught, like, I was there, but it didn't have the same value. I think I was in like 6th grade or some shit. Like, it was like,
I went there. I went.
So it wasn't really nothing that I understood, but I was there for the lots and state property beef, right? And I remember specifically, like, you know what I'm saying? I was riding for state prop. Like, fuck is you talking about? Like, it's Beanie, nigga. Like, cause Beanie was fucking everything up. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to sun kiss like a soda, J to the put his lips on it. Like, I was a Beanie nigga.
Yeah.
And then Kiss starts spitting. I was like, what the fuck?
Good
like,
God, dog.
hate you, New York ass niggas, man. Like, yo, Tyler, all right, so no homo, pause, but Tyler, the Creator, really said that shit, like, minus the man crush shit, he really said that shit that's true. Like, yo,
he
That's
cares,
fucking
nigga.
Jada voice command and how he
cares,
gives
bro.
bars.
Milo.
What? Yo, listen. Y'all niggas seen that fucking verses? Dipset
Bro,
versus
it's crazy because like I'm not even real familiar with the Locks music like that. Like I listened to some of style shit before and all that.
Mhm.
But that Jadakiss freestyle, like I went to listen to that. He said, you would think he pussy y'all neighbors. Like y'all was just like, and then his voice, like, like, and then his voice was just like, yo, this nigga's so confident, dog. Like that shit. Oh
Bro,
my
you know where I
gosh,
fucked up at?
man.
I'm gonna be honest. You don't know where I fucked up. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Where I fucked up was I bought into the hype. Dipset has way more radio play that I know of because that was my era. So when everybody's like, yo, Locks ain't hanging, they ain't got tracks, they ain't got records. And I'm like, damn, with Dipset, definitely got a bunch. Like Dipset as a whole, then you got Jimmy, Cam, and Santana. Like, yo, I just can't see, because when you think about it, I just kept trying to break it down from that perspective. Dipset as a whole got records. Cam got records. Jim got records. Santana got records. So the four combined, when you combine all four of those different entities, that's a lot of fucking records to be up against. Granted, you only get 20, but that's a lot of records to really pick and choose from and get like some shit. All I kept thinking was Styles P got one record that's like a solo record that's hot. I Get High. Boom. That's his joint. I get high, I get high, I get high. That's Styles P joint, right? Mm-hmm. Jada got a couple joints. Jada had a couple joints. It's like, all right, damn, Jada got some joints. We got a sample of that when he battled Fab. So I'm like, okay, we know what Jada coming with. Cool. The fuck do Sheik Luke got? Like in your mind, you was thinking like
just the big boy that beat it.
Right? Like you a big pretty nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know what I'm saying, fuck with the bitches, bro. Like, but then it was like, then they started, and then it was like, the reason why I fuck with the Lock so much right now is because it's like them niggas had a planned attack. Dipset ain't know what the fuck hit them niggas. Like, it was like, wait, what? And Kiss was just like, wait, y'all say we ain't got no song for the ladies. Like, the fuck is y'all like, it's like everything they had a counter hook for everything that they
played. Yeah,
destroyed them niggas, man.
Killed
them niggas.
Killed Dipset,
destroyed
dog.
them niggas, man. I just couldn't believe it. And then the thing that fucked me up, again, you don't really know about this shit. Now it's more public because of the internet and YouTube and interviews and shit like that. I didn't know Kiss wrote so many fucking bars for niggas. Like, this nigga wrote Diddy all about the Benjamins verse. So what y'all want to do? Want to be boss? That's all Kiss. That is all Kiss. Like, that shit crazy. Like, the fact that nigga penned so nice. Yeah. And he really can rap. He really outside, really giving you bars. Like
bars.
That voice and cadence, dog. That's
that nigga.
You can't do nothing about that.
Tyler, the Creator, really said it. His voice command crazy. Like, I wouldn't have went as far as the man crush, but that nigga, like, damn, that nigga get
that nigga said, yo, so I think I'm in love with this nigga. Like,
real shit. Like, it's like, goddamn, because it was crazy. Like, I always was a type boy. I guess I'm just a homer, man. Like, I'm always a homer. So I was always in denial, like, yo, man, Beanie won that battle. Yo, as a 33-year-old grown-ass man, Beanie got slaughtered, dog. Like, Jada destroyed that nigga. When you go back and you listen to that shit, be like, ew, why would you say that?
Speaking of beefs, like, I didn't know that, not Nas, but Common and Ice Cube had beef, like, back in the day.
I used to love her, bro. It was over just because he had some bar about it. He went away to college and the shit went West Coast. And it all stemmed from that. Like I used to love it.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Never knew that. So you learn something new every day. But back to that, certified lover boy. And I'm gonna just get my piece in it. Y'all niggas get to debate that shit because I didn't listen to it as much. To me, this shit is trash.
I just listened to 2 songs last night.
I feel like you know what it gave me reminiscent of? If you're reading this, you're too close. It's like it's another crying album. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's so emotionally scarred right now Like, no, seriously, like when you listen to that shit, like all he got right now was records for the bitches, like, and how heartbroken he is. It's like, yo, Drake, shut your light skin ass up, bro. Like that's
All right, be quiet, dog. Like,
yeah,
go
like,
sit down,
weak,
man.
Like, I'm cool. Like, you had your run. Your run was next to none. That shit was certified. He had 10, 11-year run. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You're rich now, nigga. Go sit the fuck down. Like, yeah, like you're irrelevant at this point. Now, I will tell you, you know who I am fucking with low key right now?
Who?
Young Savage. Savage 21. Like
that Night Talk song is nice, bro.
That like, so again, it's really, really hard for me to get with the young shit. The two niggas that I would say like really spitting some shit that got me like Savage 21 and Baby
21 Savage.
21 Savage, whatever.
Savage 21. That's the old.
That's how you know I'm really. But like
Savage 21 sound like a clothing line.
Yeah.
Listen, 21 Savage and Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Lil Baby right now is spitting some shit. Like them two young niggas, I'm like, okay, I can fuck with y'all.
When you just talk about like we talk about dark shit and like a dark bounce, I fucking love that dark bounce that like Savage got, dog. Like that shit be sounding like fucking like evil to me. Yeah, outside. Yeah. Like that shit just be. I don't know, yo. I just fuck with that shit heavy, yo. Yeah. So
no, it's definitely. I fuck with the two niggas, but you know, like that Drake shit. You're done, nigga. Like go make Nikes or something, nigga. Like I knew that, yo, I'm not even gonna hold you. I knew that nigga was done when he started releasing Nike TNs and was like, this the new wave. Like, nah, bro. Like, you're not trying.
I'm trying to tell y'all, Pusha T, and before I get into it, if you listen to Just Checking In, the last episode, just skip ahead. But like I was saying on the other recording, Pusha T ruined this man, but dog, like I don't understand if niggas know like just how much he had riding on Scorpion being successful. And it's Pusha T fault why it was not successful. Like,
of course not.
The nigga Drake was supposed to have a clothing line with Adidas. Like it was a certified done deal.
Done.
And he was
had a whole promo rollout. Like
had a whole rollout ruined.
Pusha was like, psych.
Nigga, please. Yeah, nigga pockets, man.
The nigga ruined the whole thing. Like, had Drake got away with that, dog, like he'd be like untouchable right now.
Now, time out real quick. Let's really analyze that for a minute. What you just said.
All right.
So to start, Pusha T did the Drake, what Drake did to Meek Mills. Now, Meek was smart. I'm be honest. Mm-hmm. Meek got fucked up. When you go back and you listen to Dream Tracers, what the fuck, part 1, that EP with them four, like Meek was so all over the place. The nigga was shooting at 50, he was shooting at Drake. That nigga was everywhere. Like, nigga, wait, what? Come at Drake, nigga. Like, you gave us 4 like album tracks, nigga. We wanted you to like say suck my dick, I'm gonna fuck your mom, like something, nigga. Like, throw some Philly gutter shit. Fucked him up. However, what he did was this: he played on that. You know that. And again, it's unfortunate, but that turn of events, you know, the Black Lives Matter shit, we gotta stop beefing. Black people gotta stick together. Yo, we brothers, I love you. Because if you notice, right,
a little swerve.
If you notice, when Meek started doing interviews, when he did that, the joint where he snapped on the he had the white like mink on when he was on Funk Flex, and he was like, yeah, like you fucked me up on this joint. I wanted to pop my shit in this joint, but you fucked me up. Meek was really saying some real shit. Like he got his ass bust. And didn't know how to say it. He was like, yo, all right now. You know what I'm saying? So Meek was smart as far as like how he marketed that shit, right? Like Nicki obviously was on some slime ball shit, like cool. You know what I'm saying? You missed that. And then you get to a position where you know what I'm saying, like where you start getting some real money, you smart, cool. You kind of ride off with that L. A lot of niggas are not like still don't remember that L, because that L was like, okay. It was short-lived. He went to jail. Mm-hmm. He had that big shit. Cool. So it kind of worked out in his favor. Drake, let's be perfectly clear. Everything Drake touched was a smash for like 10 years.
10 years, bro.
Pusha made this nigga go on
He
barbershop.
He Thanos this nigga.
He made this nigga go on the barbershop and said, he was like, I wanted to punch him in the face. Like nigga, what? Like, I swear bro, if you think I'm lying,
I want to punch him in the face.
Google the barbershop Drake. And they was talking about like the bar that he said, like your man dying. I forgot the bar at the top. But he was talking about it.
Your homie,
yeah,
your homie. No. His homie 40. Not E40, but he got Drake has a
40,
homie named 40.
But what did he say?
Said that 40 is sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He killed him. The nigga was like, yo, so
it was over.
Now listen, Joe, you from Philly, Reg. I don't know if you went to a black school, but nigga, you black, so I'm sure you probably seen this at some degree. Like niggas know when you busting. Like, it ain't nothing off limits. Like, you just know if it ever crossed the line and to go to moms, you be ready to rumble. Like, that's just, that's it.
Just be ready to swing, limits, dog.
Right. When you busting, it's no holds bars. Like, it ain't nothing off limits when you busting. When you busting, you get into it, right? Like, it just is what it is. That's and if you bust too hard, just be ready to rumble because a nigga might swing on you. That's just where it's at.
That's where it's at.
You gonna sit here and bitch and be like, oh, but you don't talk about somebody that's dying. Nigga, shut the fuck up, man.
You don't crossing no lines. Like,
right, like, nigga,
don't sit down, man.
Stone cold bitch. Nigga, shut up. Like, yo, what he did to Drake, if you watch that interview, I knew Drake was never gonna be the same ever since then. Because then the nigga started coming out with shit. God's plan. Like, he started giving away money. He started giving away. Yo, no, seriously, son. How you go from second floor Mrs. Tootsie's getting shoulder rubs? Like, you go from talking, popping the wildest shit. Like, I'm in the back of the Maybach listening to AR Ab in Philly, popping some wild shit. And then you go from that. Pusha was like, yeah, he was going to do this whole Adidas, roll. I was going to be Adonis. Like, psych dick kid, like, came right at him.
Cut him off.
Got him.
Yo, like, he cut Drake off at the legs, dog.
He went from Twitter fingers, turn to trigger fingers. God's plan. God's plan. They said it's so right. Like, it's like, what? Like, yo, man's deal. Like, gave away $1 million. Like, dog. Bro, stop trying to get some sympathy, nigga. You lost. Take this L, nigga. Like,
Drake took a LL, bro. And you can. And
finally, before you even go there, finally, I'm gonna say this. The reason why I don't respect Drake for that loss is then you try to play money. Like, oh, I got more money than you. Nigga, who gives a fuck? Like,
we ain't talking about that.
If you got $1 million, you got your ass busted. If you want to rumble, I'll beat you the fuck up. You know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got more money than you. Who get more spins? Nigga, you're more commercial than me. So, of course, you get more spins. But I never sold out. I made it. I got bread. I got a presidential on my arm. Eat a dick, nigga. Like, what did we talk about? But, yeah, Drake is done. Stick a fork in that nigga.
Yeah, but like I was saying, you can hear the brokenness and the kind of I don't know what to do on this joint. I got an album. It's 20 songs, and
dumbass.
Enjoy, cuz like no nigga. Yeah, this album
is dumb as shit. The album artwork is dumb as shit. I don't give a fuck if you getting money from Apple and using emojis. Nigga, that's stupid.
That John's stupid.
You gave me 24 bitches pregnant on the album, different colors. Nigga, that's what you came up with, nigga. Like, dog. Shit dumb, dog. I hate it.
Man.
Drake is broke, dog.
I hate it.
I give a more in-depth analysis on just checking in. Y'all check that out. But Drake finished, dog. I don't know if he'll ever be the same until he heals from that trauma and finally acknowledges, like, he killed.
Can he though? See, there's only one person that I know in the history of rap beef that actually came back and sustained higher after getting their ass whooped.
Who that?
Mr. Jovito. That's only nigga. Cause Hov took a major L with that beef with Nas. First and foremost, a track that come on and be like, fuck Jay-Z. Like, that's it. That's it. The battle's over. You know what I say? The track said fuck Jay-Z. Like, you feel me? And then the beat was so stinking. Like that shit was like, ew. Like that shit was it was cut, it was mixed. It took Nas a year to cook that shit up. He waited a year to respond. It took him a year to cook that response up. And literally that shit came on like, fuck Jay-Z. You bit on my dick, nigga. You love my style. I'm like, wow. Jay-Z, hang it up, Sean. Sean, hang it the fuck up at this point. That nigga, because Super Ugly was terrible. Super Ugly was corny as shit. Right?
Yeah.
And when you really think about it, and when you really think about it, niggas ain't know Takeover was about Nas until after Ether came out. Like nobody knew Takeover was about Nas until Ether came out. As soon as Ether came out, niggas knew like, okay, that nigga's talking about
You've
Jay-Z.
been a ballerina. I got the pictures. I seen them. Who you talking about?
He talk about you, nigga. Like, Jay-Z showed the Carter. He's talking about you, nigga.
Like, who's a ballerina? I don't know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think Drake. I mean, Drake would have to really do some Hove. Like he need to consult Hove at this point. Like, what do
That's
I do?
facts.
How do I come back from this?
That's facts.
Like, you got to do some shit like buy half the world or something. Like,
No, for real. Drake.
Some like
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it's anything he can do that'll for me as a consumer of a product. I'm just like, I don't know if it's anything you can do to kind of get out of this.
Hey,
dog.
big
like,
dog. It's like,
you trash, bro.
It's like, what's that meme? Go tap one of the niggas when he had the computer.
Shit.
Like, hey, big dog, I'm going to need you to log out. Just going to log on, big dog. She's going to log off for me.
Let's go ahead and log off for me, cuz.
That's not. We need the studio, nigga. We need the studio session. Go and log off for me, big homie. No. This session is taken now. We need the session. Log out for me, big dog.
Oh,
that ain't it, big dog. Log on out for me, man. That's
for you.
Shit. Nah. Go work
yours.
on your Go work on the collaboration, my nigga. Let's mitigate the fashion now, nigga. Cause big dog. This nigga. No, this is how bad it is, Joe. This is how bad it is.
What?
The nigga just struck a deal with Monday Night Football to curate for music for Monday Night Football.
Who, Drake?
Drake said, fuck this rap shit, okay? I'm gonna go get a commercial check because fuck you niggas, okay? I thought you niggas was loyal. I thought y'all was.
He already knew.
This nigga said, I'm in MNF now. This nigga is making music for Monday Night Football. I bullshit you not.
I'm weak. I am so weak. Yo,
terrible.
I'm trying to tell y'all, Pusha T ruined this man. And I don't know how long it's gonna take for niggas to figure out, but niggas need to go ahead and get on the program because this nigga Drake is not gonna be the same no more.
So Joe, you know what you gotta do? Why, if you in your spare time, look up the Pusha T interview with Noriega. They really go into depth on that joint.
And Joe Budden.
And Joe Budden.
I just don't remember that shit like that,
bro.
Like,
I'm telling you,
remember that shit.
The Noriega joint I hadn't seen it. So I don't know why it surfaced this week, but it surfaced this week and I watched it this week. Mm-hmm. I had been seeing the Joe Budden joint, but that Noriega, it was. So you gotta understand, it hit different. You gotta think about like the attack on your ego. Mm-hmm. You a light skinned pretty nigga. Everything you've pretty much done in life has been a success. Like your acting career, you've been popular with the bitches. You came in as the MVP of rap. You switched over to start singing. Years. Like everything worked for you. Mm-hmm. And then Pusha drops the back-to-back beat with the blackface Drake, and it's like, who the fuck is that? Like,
added on. Yeah.
Who's that?
That shit was crazy, bro. Like, how did you find that?
Is that Drake?
Why would you just seeing this?
But Nori asked him, he was like, nigga, how did you get that picture?
Yeah.
The fact that all of this shit that was working for you, coming from what would be considered the proverbial underdog. This nigga still has dookie individuals, probably a Levi's jacket on, right? Like, he a weird, dark-skinned looking nigga, but he's content with who he is.
Yeah.
Pusha is content with who he is. It's like, you're not commercial enough. Pusha be
luxury
like,
drug rap. That's what I do, man. Luxury
Pusha be like, okay, next. He's like, well,
what's that? Like,
I got more money than you. My mom retired, so okay. Pusha's show don't give a fuck. But it's like the type, like, so you know how I get animated when I talk? You be wanting Pusha to get animated like that. He was like,
he don't give it to you.
He'd be like, he's like, no, I had that for a couple years. He's like, I was sitting on it. And I'm like, nigga. And Nori was so bugged out by this nigga's reaction. He's like, nigga, you fucking me up. You're too calm, cool, and collected to have assassinated somebody at the way you did. And it's just like,
killed him.
I mean, you had to sit back, you had to politic, you had to come straight. And it's like, God, that's some fucking murderer type shit,
I guess,
bro.
This nigga's a rapper, like. That's what they fucking does. Like bro. That's what he does. It's just like Drake just barked up the wrong tree, man. Like
that's facts.
Like he just barked up the wrong tree.
But what it did do, what I will say is the fucked up thing is it exposes a nigga like me, because it's like, God damn, your nose was so wide open with Niggy. Like, don't get it fucked up. It's like the way Drake did Meek is like Meek wasn't a dog. Like, nigga, Meek is a dog. So the expectation was like, oh, me coming with some shit. And this nigga was so fucked up about Niggy, like, oh my God, you pillow talking, bitch. Like, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you so fucked up. Like, you don't even, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that little EP, if he'd have put that on the album, I would have fucked with it. But the shit, like, this nigga, this was the only bar he gave Drake. I'm not bullshitting you, Joe. This is Drake gave him 2 Jones. Drake was the first. I think Drake diss track was the first joint to chart. Wasn't his joint? I think it was back to back with the first joint to chart. Yeah. Or some wild shit, right? This nigga, this is what Meek said to fucking Drake. Is that a world tour or your girls tour? Like, cause you remember Drake, like Drake said something about, like, you know what I'm saying? Bar. You on Drake's, that was the only bar. Yeah. Is that a world tour or your girls tour? He said something. Getting good pussy on a world tour. Yeah, like it's like nigga, what? Like that. And then everything else was like, then he started coming at 50 because 50 was Nicki and Drake. It was like, yo, Meek, you should probably sit this one out, right? It's like how do you give a better bar to a nigga that was clowning you than the nigga that bodied you? Don't get me wrong, the shit that he gave to 50 was crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You try to go money made with the baby, but now you with that good you double was there. Like, he was snapping on 50. But it's like, yo, you aiming at the wrong target, bro. It's Drake, nigga. It's Drake. So that really puts it in perspective. That's like them bars, the Adonis bar. The nigga said his mom said his dad didn't love him, bro.
So what would bring Drake back though? Like, how can y'all picture Drake coming back?
He got to buy Toronto. He has to buy Canada. Like, he has to buy Canada. He has to buy Canada. It's the only way. Comeback. He has to buy Canada.
Rapping not going to do it, bro.
I want to say it was some type of rumor that like his track that he had coming prepared for the response was gonna like end Pusha career. Like,
the fuck out of here. That's why that shit ain't come out. He had nothing. Remember,
he had no bar.
Gaslighting.
It was something, because it was something had came out. Shit was on the internet. Drake spent $50,000
for a photo
to get inside information on Pusha from locals NVA. Yeah, so he went to niggas that was because what Drake was saying was like, yo, you really not a drug dealer, like you say you're a drug dealer, like you lying.
Yeah.
So what Drake did was he went to some of Pusha's hot like homies, niggas that he grew up with. It was like, I will give you $25,000 if you tell me something personal about Pusha. And that's why Pusha was like, yo, I can rap so freely because I have nothing to hide. Like, my life is my life. I really sell drugs. Like, I really was in the gun.
I was really about to get indicted. Like,
I was really out here.
Niggas around me connected to me was going to prison.
Right. So, like, with football numbers. I did not. Right. Football numbers, right?
Sleeping dragon.
He can't. He one of them type niggas that it's like, I think Pusha is the only nigga that I can recall. And I'm just going to say that I can recall. Because even Meek Gangsta got called into, like, question. when they did that, because Meek had, I think he fucked up when he did the documentary with Amazon. Remember, he did the documentary with Amazon, and his cousin was like, Meek ain't never sell no drugs. That nigga was just in the house rapping with us, right? But to let Meek tell it, Meek really was outside, right? So like, it's a lot of niggas that really be rap. Like Hove, another thing, Hove talk about really being out here, but when you really know the backstory, if you ever watch any of the interviews with like Kareem Biggs, the boy that was like the third member of Rockefeller and Dame Dash, them two niggas was really getting money, but Kareem was really getting money. Like that nigga put up $900,000 to start Rockefeller, like 900. Like it was crazy. They was having an interview, and it was like one of Kareem Bulls, and he was asking him a question. He was like, "Damn, like so, how was it when you made your first million?" And I bullshit you not. Another man was like, "Wait, are you talking about before rap or after rap?" It's like he was really getting money. And
he was out here, dog.
He was really out here. But again, you didn't see nothing of Kareem. When it was Rockefeller, you thought Jay-Z, you thought Dame. So he was the silent nigga that was just getting a lot of money and fucking a lot of bitches. Cool. I think Pusha probably was the first nigga that I can think of that ever made it successfully, but really was about what he read. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's him and Eazy-E, because you remember, and
okay,
it's a track. Yep. It's a track on I can't remember the album, but it's a bar. He said the only rapper sold more dope than me
is Eazy-E. That was that was a motherfucker. If you know, you know. Like,
yeah, that's Daytona.
That's Daytona. Daytona was hard, man.
Daytona was that shit. That's motherfucking yo. That was that shit, man. Like, like man, two could get you full like a double. Like he was really spitting some shit. Yeah, like that was like, okay, nigga, you really sold drugs. You really was, nigga. You really out here. You was really wearing cocaine. Okay, like nigga, cocaine is a hell of a drug, nigga. Like I see it now. Yeah. So at this point, honestly, I don't think Drake has anything. At this point,
he really don't.
We've seen all the tricks. We've seen all of the flash.
He's got to rap about different shit, man. Like
he has to buy Canada, bro.
Rap about
at this point, just buy Canada at this point. Like
at
this point,
there's nothing push T or something like
you. But see, that's it. But so you know,
it's like why Future. They like stuck in a wave, like.
But see, you know why it fucks Drake up? Why he can't do that? Because Drake has never been a gangster. Drake was Degrassi. Like nigga, like you can't fight.
You have no
response. Nigga, talk about your middle class struggles then. Nigga, talk about your middle class.
My black father left my white mother. That's only. But Drake said it. I mean, but Pusha said it already. Your dad didn't love you, nigga. That's why he left your mom. That's why he left
so
Kathy.
Nasty. That's
is that name Kathy or?
That's so mean. That's so
is crazy.
Why would you say that? Like, it's like,
oh my god.
I go to counseling for this. Why would you why would, bro? If you see the interview, he was like, I swear to God, Drake was on the joint. He was like, because, and this is exactly how I did it to him. My bullshit. He was like, because, him and LeBron be like digging each other. So it was like, because, like I just felt like, it was a really good friend, and he's like really on the verge of losing his life, and he was like, like it's just certain things that like you just shouldn't say, and he was like, I really wanted to like just punch him in the face, and I was like. Yeah, you lost, nigga. You lost. Cause that's your response. Like your response is like, I really wanted to punch him in the face.
Like it's like some spaces you can't be hurt, nigga. Like you can't be hurt.
Not the barbershop, nigga. Not the barbershop.
Like not here.
Not the barbershop, nigga. This is on HBO and you can replay this shit, nigga.
I really wanted to punch him in the face. Like,
that's what he said. That's
facts.
That's what he said.
Though.
So off of Certified Lover Boy, that shit was trash.
And that's facts. Even one of the hottest songs on the whole album, Way Too Sexy, it just dies at some point. Like the song is still going, but I'm just like, all right, next. Like, what's next? Like the track, almost just like the album. It's like it feels uninspired. It feels dry.
Trash. It's trash.
It's just garbage.
It was, if you're reading This Is Too Close, Scorpion, like all that shit was like an unfinished it's like a never-ending project. It's like, bro, get off this soapbox now at this point. Like at this point, let's can we get because you have to think about the evolution of Drake, even from that perspective. Mm-hmm. Like when you go back to like, you know, what was the joint that he did? Fuck, I can't think of, like, I think it was like his third album. Drake was like kind of easing like the singing shit into it. Take care. That was it. Take care. He was really just starting to ease in. Like he still gave you like that, the bars, he gave you the hood shit, and then he gave you like some shit for the bitches, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the fucking man. Y'all really knew you. Type of nigga, everybody act like, you know what I'm saying? He was still giving you shit. Then the third one was drop. I can't think of the name of that. We got the 305 in my city. I did it. What the fuck album is that?
I forgot.
Fuck, I can't think of the name of that album right offhand. But he had that, but he gave you a little bit more singing. And then after that, I think it was, if you're reading this, it's too close. And then it was just like, this nigga was like, ooh, like all that singing shit. And then like he really started letting out his true emotion. So at that point, you jumped out the window. But remember, Meek was like, well, you a singing nigga now, right? Like you're not even a rapper. But he still had that buzz, right? So he still was able to jump back. Now it's like, bro,
you get embodied by a singing nigga.
You finished, bro. Oh, he also had that beef with Common too. I be forgetting about that.
That don't count though. Like I never counted it as a real beef. Only from the perspective of Common was going at that nigga hard as shit.
I mean, hard.
Drake wasn't really trying to say nothing. Drake wasn't really giving him nothing. Yeah, he wasn't really responding to him.
That's why I be forgetting about it, because
he didn't really say anything.
That might be low.
It was here 1 week,
like he'll respect
gone the next.
Well, so from the
Common had bars from him though.
Common was snapping.
Bars. He was going off. I think it's on his album Dreamer Believer.
Yep, with the gold pyramid and shit on there. Yeah.
He snapped on him. But I think the reason why he didn't give him the type of, and that's why now when I think about it, remember Drake went at Jay-Z. And I just think about like, yo, what if Drake really would have gave him bar? Because I don't think Jay-Z ever responded. I don't think Hov ever responded to any
only rapper that Jay-Z responded to since the Nas beef was Lil Wayne.
What was it? Wayne.
And killed him 1 bar.
Whoa, no, that's not true. He also responded to Beans too.
That's true.
He responded to Beans because remember Beans did like Be on the Wall, whatever that shit was, which to me was kind of trash, but niggas was really like, oh, like he coming at Jay-Z. And then Jay was like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I made you a millionaire. You really got a reason to complain? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really like a bar, but it was a bar. Like, it was like, okay, he gave you a bar on Blueprint 3. He opened up with that shit on Blueprint 3. He pretty much addressed everything on the first song, and then that was kind of it. But other than that, Drake, you're done. It's over, bro.
That's facts. It's over, man. It's over.
Get it. But yo, as far as like some new shit, man, football season is back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We moved the recording up for all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. We got Eagles kick off on Sunday.
I'm ready for Jalen Hurts to put Philly on his back, dog.
Fucking real, man.
I'm ready for Jalen Hurts to put Philly on his back.
Bro, so we gotta talk now.
Smith, nigga, like,
all right, we gotta talk now because I feel like our defense is stacked right now. We got Kerrigan, we got fucking Fletch, we got Brandon Graham. I think did we bring back Malcolm?
Jenkins?
No, not Jenk.
Not Jenkins. Nah, I don't think so.
The D line guy. Damn, I can't. He can't. Malik Jackson, not Malcolm. Did we bring on Malik Jackson?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not
sure.
So
I know just with the 3 I just named. We got B. Graham, we got Fletch, and we got Kerrigan. Kerrigan from Washington.
Yeah. We got
D-line stout
there. Yeah.
We got some depth in our cornerbacks this year now. Mm-hmm. So my whole thing is like, yo, I'm not scared of Dallas. Honestly, I am not scared of Dallas.
I'm scared of Dallas.
You think so?
Yeah, offensively. Because it's like,
you don't know what Dak is.
I think Dak is going to be fine. I feel like Dak is going to probably pick up where he left off last season. Like this nigga, after he got hurt, this motherfucker led the league in passing for like 2 to 3 weeks after that. Like after he got hurt, like that's how on fire he was. It's just that their defense, like if they put up 50, the defense would give up 60. Like,
so
you know what I mean? Like,
question to that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question to that. I feel like so that was a really gruesome injury. I still remember that game, and like his foot was crazy. Like I still remember that shit. That shit was going that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. So the reason why I'm asking you this is because when athletes have those freakish accidents, a lot of them come back a shell of themselves because of the mental aspect. Because the replaying of like now every time you get wrapped up around, because it was like a regular play. He got wrapped up around the ankles. He went down, and then it was like, oh shit, why is his foot going the other way? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit happened so like, you know what I'm saying? It was like so crazy. So you think about the bull Gordon Hayward, that he played basketball. He was I think he was with the Hornets. I think he was with Charlotte at the time.
You talking about the white dude when he tried to dunk? Oh my! LeBron dunked on him. Ooh!
Yo, the way his foot came down.
First game of the season.
Oh, the Celtics, dude.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Celtics.
But the thing was, Gordon Hayward before the injury was a fucking dog.
Baller. Yeah.
Since the injury, you don't even know who the fuck like where he plays now. Like I think he went to Charlotte, or I don't even know where he might be at Utah. I don't know where he plays for right now because a lot of people and they might even think of Paul George. Paul George hasn't been Indiana Paul George since he had that freak accident with his foot planting on the court. He had a semblance of it last year. Like it was like, okay, playoff beat. But other than that nigga's been he's been a no-show. So that's why I don't think Dak is going to be, because I think the mental aspect, if he's not mentally tough,
because I know a little bit about his story. Like I think his mom passed, one of his brothers committed suicide. Like he one of the motherfuckers that come from like everything wasn't easy and given to him. Like this motherfucker was like a 4th, 5th round pick. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't even know he was going to be a player in the league. And then plus two, I don't think if he wasn't going to be mentally ready, I don't think Jerry Jones would have opened the checkbook for him. Like
why don't you think that part, the checkbook part? Because where else were they going?
If he wasn't mentally ready and they feel like he was there, they wouldn't have paid this nigga, man. Like they wouldn't have paid.
So to that point, Jerry Jones is the richest, probably the richest owner in NFL. Maybe he might be second richest to Kraft.
Yeah, right,
I don't know, but he get a bunch of money. The nigga's a billionaire, he gets a bunch of money, right? So I don't really think about it in money terms because the nigga got money to burn away. He got oil money, so he has money to throw away. However, you think about all the other shit that Dak went through. He went through, his brother committed suicide. Was it last year his brother committed suicide?
I'm not sure when it was.
Either it was last year or the year before. Maybe it was right before COVID hit. His brother committed suicide. He got hurt in that freak ass accident. Then they were talking about the contract shit, like that. Like it's been so much talk around that. So it's like, I'm not saying that he can't. I just look at it from the perspective of the nigga has had so much going on with him from a mental aspect. He's not going to be Dak of 3 years ago. Like on fire Dak that was like, okay, he can give you.
I just think he just needs to be Dak of the first 4 or 5 games last year. This nigga averaged 400 yards a game. It's just their defense was ass. I think the defense might be better this year. Or was that the year? That was last year, bro. Like he just got hurt last year. Like that's when he fucked up his leg. Like
okay, yeah. I don't know why I feel like this pandemic done fucked up my timing.
I feel like it really do feel like in game sometimes. Like when you think about stuff that happened.
Nah. I'm like, wait, that was last year. Then like I really feel like that should be like 2-3 years ago. Be like, hey, that was last year.
High key though, I feel like the Titans are probably going to be like the best team in the league, bro. Like you got Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, and AJ Brown. What do you do? Do you load up the blocks? Do you
cool? Now you're a football nigga. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Then you got a squad down in Florida that has Antonio Brown, Gronkowski. You got Vincent. What's the bull? The young bull, Mike Evans, and the other young bull.
Chris Godwin.
Yeah. Chris Godwin, and then you got another bull that he's the slot guy. Damn, I can't think of his fucking name. But he's fairly new. To me,
Scotty Miller.
Yeah, Scotty Miller, him. To me, Tampa is like the cheat code right now. Like right, because then you got Tampa, then you got Tom at quarterback. Like you literally have 5 options on the field, not including your back.
So I don't know with them. It's like because the thing is they brought back all 22 starters right from the year prior. I just don't think it's gonna be that easy for them. I think it's just because like it's Tom Brady and it's like they have Tom Brady and they just won a Super Bowl, but it's just like no, we're gonna come back and repeat and do the same shit we did the year before. I just don't buy that in football, yo. Like I don't buy that. Really? Shit. Yeah,
even giving Tom a full offseason this year, because remember they didn't have an offseason last year. Mm-hmm. So you've given 1 year of continuity, mm-hmm. and you add the offseason, which is Tom Brady's like that's his thing, right? Mm-hmm. And you also come back, like you said, you brought back all 22 starters. Mm-hmm. So I know you know me. We've had continuity now for 12 months. Like offensively, you probably are the most loaded squad, right? And then the thing is, okay, what do you do? Like, the question remains: if they give you a 4-receiver, 5-receiver spread, and you have all of those receivers lined up, and you got 2 receivers running the cross route, you have 2 receivers running the post, and you have 1 receiver fucking running the slot. Like, how do you're asking the defense to engage on such a level? Your safety is biting somewhere. Like, you feel me? Like your safety net is going to bite somewhere. You have to. That means your corners have to actually cover.
Yeah.
Like I guess I just don't see. I'm not saying it's going to be a walk in the park. I just like that's a tough ass matchup, yo.
The one thing though that I bring up the Titans because Derrick Henry is the fucking best running back in the NFL. Like this nigga is the beast. They don't have a Derrick Henry. Yeah, they have like a Ronald Jones and they have Leonard Fournette. I mean, hopefully they can do something, together. But it's like you have a short shot in like King Henry. Like
that's fair.
And then you just have Julio Jones, which only was hurt last year. He only was hurt last year because the year before he put up like 1,400 yards, 1,500, 16. Like the production Julio's going to get. Right. And then AJ Brown's AJ Brown. Like you know what I mean? And he's young. You know what I'm saying? So
let me ask you this. Do you think Tannehill is going to do anything this year, though? Like, I mean, like, you do remember, like, Tannehill is so like, before last year.
He's a whole new Tannehill.
That's it. Now, that's the part that I think is interesting. Because this is not the same Tannehill that was in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, the nigga's like rebirth at this point. So it's like, are we going, like, the question is, are we going to see last year Tannehill? Or are we going to go and see Miami's Tannehill? Because, you know what I mean? That also matters as well. I will say collectively, the squads that I know really gonna make some noise. We know Tampa's gonna be there. We know KC is gonna be there. We know Titans are gonna be there. I'm not really concerned with the Giants. They didn't really impress me in the offseason. They didn't impress me in free agency. They didn't impress me in the draft. Saquon is coming back, but we don't really know what we get. I mean, I'm assumably Saquon is going to be the monster that he is when he comes back. Whatever. No one's scared of Daniel Jones. Like Daniel Jones doesn't bring fear in anybody. And then Washington is completely reconstructed, and they got Ryan Fitzpatrick there. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say I feel like the Eagles have the best chance right now for me. If Jalen Hurts can even be a slither of what he was last year, if he could be a slither of what he was last year, and Zach Ertz is saying like, "Yo, bullshit aside, I really want to be in Philly." Because, at that one point he was saying that he wanted out after that Carson Wentz debacle. Fuck that nigga. But, after that debacle, it was like sort of like I want out because Philly sucks type shit. Now he's saying like, yo, all that behind me. Philly is really where I want to be. I want to give it all. I mean, we really got some players right now. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just a homer. So, let's go Bird game. Fuck what you're talking about. Bird game.
Shit, man.
Anything else with you niggas though? Any other new shit with y'all? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all good? Life good? Because we really haven't podcasted in a minute, man. Like I said, man, I appreciated the invite to the group chat, but that shit was different. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think once y'all like meet everybody, you'll see. Yeah, it'll be different.
You know why else, bro? And I'm gonna be honest. Like, so with Reg. So, like, for example, me and Joe can talk about some shit that me and Joe connect with, right? Because me and Joe, like, we like a bevy of things. So when Reg get to talking about, like, wrestling, I understand it. Like, I watched wrestling growing up, but that's not really, like, my thing.
Right.
But like when y'all niggas got to talk about it in a group chat, I'm like, holy fuck, it's 6 Regis. Like, I'm out. Like, I'm out. You feel me? Like, one Reg is cool, but it was like, holy shit, we're going to SummerSlam. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, all right, I'm out, nigga. Let me mute this chat because these niggas wild. Like, it was like 8 in the morning. Niggas was like, hey yo, I was driving and I seen all these messages. I was trying to catch up. Fuck is up, niggas. I'm like, who country bumpkin ass is that? Like, all right, it's too much. It's too much. I can't. Gotta get out of here.
For real. Once y'all meet everybody, you'll realize like we all got like a lot in common. Like, I think Heff and Mike, I think y'all will connect. No, for real,
Mike ass nigga.
No, he's in the sneakers and you collecting junk too. So
man,
y'all will connect.
Yeah,
man, I didn't went stupid. I got back in the game, man.
For real.
I should have never did this shit, man. Bro, 35 sneakers in 2.5 months.
Woo! Like, are you
35 sneakers?
What are you like? Are you like flipping them shits or something, or like are you just collecting these? Those are so nice.
I fuck with them. I was looking at the green Jones. They had them for like $70 at I think it was Finish Line. I was at.
I got my joints on discount. I'll tell y'all the story.
So I was on daddy duty, so I was getting like school shit. So I was like, fucking, I ain't worried about me. I ain't gonna get nothing. But it's crazy because no, I'm not flipping, bro. So I'm not flipping. So the thing is this: I first fell in love with sneakers when I was 17. I started collecting. My very first sneaker that started my collection was the Jordan 1 Mid black and gold patent leather, and then it started from there. Now, initially, when I started collecting sneakers, my goal was to, at that time, it was Jordan. So I wanted every Jordan from 1 to 23. I got it. I collected every Jordan from 1 to 23, every countdown pack, every defining moments pack, like every pack. Because at that time, Jordan was doing packs and he was only releasing certain colorways. I wanted all of the original colorways. I wanted 1 to 23. I did that. Then I just started getting like, you know, for the fun of it, some other shit like the Kobe's, the LeBrons, the KDs, right? Because that was the other thing. And then my style evolved. So as my style evolved and I wasn't really dressing like baggy, if you will, it was like, okay, I can't wear like some tailored shit in a pair of Jordan 12. Like it looks weird. Like that shit, it ain't really going to go. So it was like, all right, well, I'll keep certain Jones and then get the rest away. So I gave half of my first collection away. Then I fell in love with the game again. So then I started buying a second time. So now I'm buying a second time and I'm, you know, same shit, getting like different LeBrons and this, that, and the third. And then I was like, all right, this time I'm going to keep the sneakers and then I will sell them. In my mind, I'm like, I'll sell them at some point. Or I'll keep them for my sons and then my sons can have them when they grow into them because they ain't never going to go out of style. This is it. But then my style really evolved. And now I'm wearing all designer shit and I'm wearing shoes. And I'm like, man, I don't wear this dumbass shit. So what I started doing, there used to be a family that used to live across the hall from me. And they had like the most respectful boys. They were from Africa, but they had like the most respectful boys. And the oldest was like around my height and he wore my shoe size. And like every time I would see him, like they would hold door open. They would be like, yes, sir, no, sir. Like very, very, very respectful. And I'm like, you know what, man, let me bless these kids. So I gave young boy like just heat, just fucking brand new heat, like all types of shit. Just gave him a bunch of heat and then giving him all that shit. Essentially what wound up happening was then I found out that there was a resale market, but I didn't know. And then that's when I wanted to cry because I gave him sneakers that was like brand new that I could have got hundreds of dollars for. I just gave to him. So I wound up selling, I think what made me get back in the game, I wound up selling like 20 pair of sneakers. Because it was like sneakers, I'm like, I'm not going to wear these no more. I'm really done with the game. I sold 20 pair of sneakers. I may have got like $4,500 for 20 pair of sneakers. Then I fell in love with the game again. And it was like, damn, man, they coming out with some like, because then they started making dunks more accessible. Because back then, dunks weren't that accessible. Like either you had to know somebody that knew somebody to get dunks, or you had to have like accessible skate shops. In Philly, there are no skate shops. Like in Philadelphia, there are no skate shops. So it was like trying to get a pair of SBs was like, yeah, fucking right. And the only place that we're gonna will be Yuuuuuuurrrrrr. Shout out to Yuuuuuuuurrrr. But again, the draw or the limit for them Jones would be so fucking crazy. It was impossible to get. So then they started like re-releasing the dunks. I'm like, damn, I remember them. Who I want to get them. And then one led to one, and then the next led to next. And now I'm 35 sneakers in. But the problem is, I've only, of the 35 that I've gotten in the past 2.5 months, only one pair I got for retail. Dang. Only one. Every other joint I paid above retail. And that's the killer part, because it fucking pisses me off. I'm paying designer money for Nikes. That's the part that's pissing me off. Like, designer prices for a pair of fucking $100 Nikes is killing me, bro. Like $400 or $500 for a pair of Nikes that that are retailing for $100, $90, and I'm paying $450.
I'm trying to get these like those Yeezy foam runners that be on the sponsored ad shits on Instagram for like $17. I'm trying to get them shits.
So you want to know what's funny though? And
the easy slides,
the easy
from Oh Yes or something like that. Yo.
So the funny thing is, I will say this: it's a lot of fakes that's going around now. It's like a thing because of the resale. But what I will say is the reason why I don't necessarily mind paying the resale for it is because one, I've always taken care of my sneakers. Like I don't fuck shit up. So in the event that I ever wanted to resell, I had a pair of Yeezy 350s, the Moon Rocks. I beat them Jones to shit. I mean, them Jones smell like corn chips. That's how bad I fucked them Jones up. Them niggas gave me $700 for them sneakers.
Wow.
Like $700 for funky. Don't get me wrong, the outside was clean. Like I would clean them, but like my feet were in them, my sweat in them, like all that shit. They stunk. Yeah. I got $700 for a pair of $220 sneakers.
Damn.
That I fucked up, that I wore, that I beat the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and they gave me $700 for them. So I know that the money that I spend on these sneakers, I know I can recoup my bread.
Sneakers is like an investment these days. It's like literally, it's an
sneakers
investment.
is like the new watches.
Absolutely. Yeah. The value, it holds value. I went to shout out to Boston guys. So I went up to Foxborough 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't remember exactly, but I went out to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. And that was the very first time I went to a sneaker convention. That shit was crazy. Because to see where the sneaker game has gotten, right? Like, I was in there, like, goddamn, like, every sneaker in this bitch I damn near had, right? Like, I would just kept thinking, like, damn, I had them, like, all that. But it's so wild because initially, the sneaker culture was ours. The sneaker culture was ours. We were, like, we made wearing Jordans popular with polo tees and Guess jeans, like, we made that shit hot. You got little Timmy and little Billy and I'm serious though.
Nah, I know.
These little niggas be making money, like
bread.
I mean, young boy had he came in with like 5 pair of sneakers. He opens up this cart. Martha, his mom, is with him. He take one sneaker out, put it on one of each sneaker out, put it on top of the boxes, and just like strolling a cart around like, yo, I got Jordan 4s for $350, and motherfuckers was young boy couldn't have been no more than 12 years old. I'm not even bullshit. Getting bread, and he getting these joints at retail and getting money, and it's damn, that's crazy, man. How much we influence culture? It's crazy. Crazy.
When I think about just the collecting culture as a whole, it's like that in everything collectible, like pop figures, like the little figurines with the dotted eyes, and action figures, comic books, Pokemon cards. Like, niggas is paying bread for Pokemon, like millions
dollar.
Like millions,
top dollar for like a Pikachu.
For a Pikachu,
right?
M for a Pikachu,
right?
Nigga,
it's crazy.
Nigga,
I had that card, nigga.
1.2 billion for the original Superman comic book. Like, nigga.
You said what?
And I heard, 1.2 billion for the original press Superman comic book.
Yes.
Action Comics 1.
Bro, the resale market is insane right now.
Stupid.
Wow. It's like it's a culture within the culture. Mm-hmm. But what I'm mad at, I will say what pisses me off is because I feel like and I mean, motherfuckers may not like this. Sorry, Mike, you may not like this, but white capitalism at its finest. But that's essentially
facts.
what it is. It is white
facts.
capitalism at its finest. So again, we have a culture that we love, right? So, for example, take a pair of Travis Scott's. I own 2 pair of Travis Scott sneakers right now. Jordan 6s. Literally all they are. They're Jordan 6s. But now Travis Scott to me is like the nigga is trash. Like I couldn't tell you his music. I'm not a fan of Travis Scott's music.
God. That's a statement.
I'm being honest. I'm not a fan of Travis Scott's music at all. Mm-hmm. Like I don't fuck with it. I can't get with it. It's not my thing. Mm-hmm. But because of who he is and because of the hype around him and really because of the white backing he has, everything the nigga touches gold. So he's done like a Dunk collab. He's done a couple Jordan collabs. He's done like he's done a bunch of collabs. So for example, I'm getting ready to order myself a pair of Travis Scott ones, just Jordan ones, low tops, but it was a fragment design, the last one that they released. The sneakers retail for $150. $150. The day they released, they were reselling for $1,500. The day they released.
Instantly.
So I win the raffle. I just spend a bean 50. I pocket $1,350.
Damn.
Like in a day.
Yeah.
Niggas is giving you $1,500 for a pair of Nikes, my boy.
Yeah.
So it's like but again, it's capitalism because even back then we did resell. Because don't get me wrong, like we would like when I was collecting Jordans, I would buy like 3 pairs, but then at the most I maybe sell my shit for $100 above, $200 above. Niggas might like what niggas would do is like, all right, well, I stand in line, you pay me for the spot type shit, right? White capitalists came and like, oh, we're gonna make a business, we're gonna make an entire like fucking like market off of this shit.
Yeah,
we're gonna make a culture off of this shit, and we're gonna like generate money. So if you look at it, if you take a look and see how many look at how many resale shops is opening now, just look. Like even in Philly,
it's one in Springfield Mall, man, like in the county now. Like like
the guy, one of the guys that own it is a white guy that owns it, but one of the other owners I went to high school with him, and I didn't know that until I was out there. I sold them a pair of sneakers.
Yeah,
I sold 2 pair of sneakers. I made $790 for 2 pair of sneakers that I sold. I never worn. One was $100, one was $160. I made $790 off of it. So knowing that, like it's pop up, I mean, literally resale market, like resale stores every fucking where now. But because they put a business model behind it. And again, it's white capitalism. Yeah, we'll buy, like they literally, they don't give a fuck about these sneakers. They don't give a fuck. Let me be clear. They don't give a fuck about these sneakers. I just bought 40 dunks. I spent $400 on 40 dunks, $4,000 on 40 dunks. And I'm going to resell each joint for $350. White capitalism.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. And that's what happens. And then niggas can't never get like you niggas who actually love the game like me. I can't buy a fucking retail pair. Like the one sneaker that I bought that was retail, I just happened to be in Boston. The same weekend I went to Boston, got sold. It was the Off-White collabs, the Nike, the Run Jones. I can't think of the name of them. The Temples, that the last Off-White collab that just came out. And I was walking down Newbury Street, and I just happened to see like the sneaker in the window, and I'm like, "Oh, damn, them Jones hot." They still. And I just happened to walk. Let me walk, and I know they ain't still got these Jones. They just had stock of them sitting, and I'm like, "Yeah, let me get these Jones." But because it's like certain shit, like like motherfuckers will go in and just buy shit in demand, like just buy shit. I'm not gonna wear it. I have no fashion. Like I don't have nothing. Like I don't know anything. I don't get nothing. And guess what? I'm gonna buy all these Jones and I'm gonna resell them Jones and I'm gonna make these young bulls be like spending money like it's nothing. Like, oh, I got 15,000. Like, wait, what? no, but you laughing?
No, for real.
I'm so serious. I'm at Boston, got sold. These niggas got purses full of money. Somebody got arrested and they had to call the state troopers out because somebody got robbed for like $25,000. Like going to a sneaker event with loads of cash. I'm like, this shit wouldn't last in the hood.
Yeah,
nigga walk with a purse and 25 G's in the hood. Like, nigga, you're robbed. Yeah. Either you need to know how to rumble or have a gun because you're done. Yeah. Nigga, like that's it.
Yeah.
But that's the culture now. These white boys, like literally would go yard purses. Like, Uzi shoulder, like, yeah. And then pull out like $13,000. No, I'm so serious.
13 grand and be like
13 grand.
This easy.
And then, but the wild shit is they be with like they mom and they dad have on like a pair of New Balances with a polo shirt tucked in his Dockers. He like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucker don't know what's going on, but they in the back like counting the bread. Like, and they be like, yo, this shit is a fucking hustle, man. And they just optimize the hustle, man. It's crazy.
That's facts.
Because the flip side of that, less some niggas had been in charge of that shit and research.
Been a rap, dog.
It's illegal. It's illegal. You can't do it. You know, you gotta pay
sneakers
on that money.
Yeah.
Right. You don't own the rights to that shit. Like, because we not doing it, it's no problem. Let us have started that shit. It'd have been lawsuits out the ass for this research.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
What can you do, man? What can you do? But no, like we gonna have the link. We gonna have to connect. I gotta come down. Like I said, these past couple months, we're just getting shit ready, with the job, and I'm really trying. When I say I'm really trying to buy a crib, I'm trying to buy a house so bad. Like, that's all I want now. I just want a house. It don't got to be an ultra big house. I just want a nice house, a yard for my dog, my kids. I just want to buy a house, and I just really been like doing my research on like FHA loans. Like just looking at the loans and shit, and just doing my research, and it's so challenging because I've been working on my credit for the past like year and some change, like year and a half, and I didn't have terrible credit, but like I wanted to have like A1 credit for like to essentially allow me to purchasing power to just get what I want, right? Just kind of have like a pick of the litter, not have to settle for anything,
right? And
it's crazy because like 1 month my credit would be immaculate. And then the next month it drops 40 points. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I didn't do anything, right? And it's like, I'm not buying nothing. I'm not doing nothing, but I don't fucking know. Like, there was an inquiry that I didn't do.
It's because you're not buying, though.
Right.
And then you can't have a credit card and not use it. But you can't overuse it. It's like you can't win or lose in a situation. It's like,
if I'm not mistaken, I think the finance shit really is a game. Like, because with the credit, I think it's like 30%. Like, if you go over 30% of your available credit, then like that's when it gets fucked. But like,
and do you know how many points that is, bro? And I just found this out. Do you know how many points it is if you use over 30? So really, they tell you don't go over 30% because after you go over 30% is when you start losing points. But where you earn the most points as far as credit points is if you stay within 10%. See, it's all this game shit.
But you gotta manipulate it.
You gotta pay attention to your limits too, bro.
See, you gotta know when the statements come out.
Exactly.
So you can make the payments before the statements, and then like when your payoff date comes, like money is about manipulation. You gotta know how to manipulate that shit.
What I found out is if you overspend. So here's the crazy thing: if you overspend, let's just say you overspend by like overspend 30% of your credit, or you overuse over 30%, you lose 40 points.
Damn,
40 fucking. So out of 100 points, credit card usage is 40 points that you could get. That's crazy. Like, that to me, that is such a crazy fucking concept.
Yeah.
To lose that many points, my boy. So it's just been frustrating because 1 month I'm like, oh fuck, I'm about to go get me a Bentley. Like, you feel me? Like, you looking at this shit like,
I'm finna get something. Like,
it's up. Yeah, man.
Pay less.
Like, damn, it's looking more like a Honda Civic now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because like
the swing, it makes me so mad. Like, I get credit card offers out the ass. I get like auto loan statements out the ass. Like, I get all these offers, and I'm like, yo, as much as I'm like, yo, I've never been in a position really to like do what I wanted to do credit wise. I'm so focused. I'm so hell bent on getting a house right now. It's like, yo, like, but the good news, the good thing that I realized that I did my research was I have more than enough credit to get a loan for under like 250,000 and be cool. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I like, they start at like, you need like a 580, which is nothing for a credit score wise. And I'm like, oh, I beat that, like 4 times over. So I'm good from that perspective. In my mind, I just kept thinking like, damn, I might want a new development. I might want to build up. I need an 800. Like, in my mind, I'm telling myself like, yo, in order to obtain that, I need this. And that's not the case. That's not reality. So now that I know, I'm thinking honestly, I'm probably going to go the route of like FHA loan because that's the easiest to get if you don't have like the perfect credit and the money. Because you like if you don't have like to get like a private lender, you would need like perfect credit and money, and they could essentially make up their own requirements, like dumb shit for you to have to pass in order to get a loan from them. But FHA is pretty simple. You got, you have a job, you have an employment, good employment history, you have good, like housing history, at least a 580 credit score. Yeah, you're eligible for FHA. So I think that's where I'm headed. But I'm trying to buy a house before I turn 34, man. And that's next year,
man.
So.
That shit that shit gonna happen. We speaking that shit. Manifestation, motherfucker. Hey, man.
I puffed it in.
I'm about ready to go smoke mine though. What we about to do, man?
Hey, man, listen, man, the game started, so
Yeah, shit.
I actually gotta go to work, so
yeah.
What time you gotta go, bro? What time you gotta go?
He said 8:30ish, but as long as I get there before 9, really.
Oh, all right.
Rance, you the manager. Fuck them niggas, man. I told you that shit. Have a shot.
I'm the assistant manager. I
am the manager.
Yeah, right. I am who I am, nigga. There you are. Nah, man, definitely, man. I didn't know 2K came out tonight, though. I didn't know that. I gotta get 2K.
I hate 2K, man.
Don't say that, bro.
No, because it bring out like the niggas. It's like a difference between like the niggas, like that's cool, and then like the niggas.
Because that's what niggas play.
Nigga, no.
Yeah, I owe you. No, I owe this nigga in Madden. No, fuck that. I owe this nigga in Madden, yo.
Nerves when
you nigga.
That, bro, you know how old that is, bro?
I don't give a fuck, bro. Nah, I don't
so
like that,
many
man.
years. I haven't played Madden probably since the last time me and you played. So that's how long ago it's been for Madden.
It'll make it easier. My ego still hurt.
I'm with it. We can do it. The last game I did play that I fuck with, I wound up buying me a Switch because my son fucked with his John crazy. I never get ready to buy crazy. I'm like, I ain't even gonna fuck with your John. I'm gonna go get me a brand new John and just call it. That last Zelda Skyward Sword. I know it was a remake from, was it 64 or GameCube? One of them. The Wii. I know it was one of them. Man, I fucking it's something about Zelda, man. It's something about like Japanese produced games, like, or Korean. I don't know if they're Japanese, Korean, Chinese, like whatever they are. It's just like
Japanese.
Cool. The music, the graphics, it's like, oh, it really makes me believe like this place exists. Like, you know what I mean? You really escape in Zelda, man. It's
Zelda like that,
man. Bro. I love Zelda, man. I get lost every fucking time a new Zelda comes out. I get that shit. I play that shit from like sun up to sundown, like before work, right in between work, right at the work.
Breath of the Wild is my joint, son.
That was my fucking I think that was probably the longest Zelda I ever had. Mm-hmm. The last Breath of the Wild, correct?
The last one. Yeah, the last one.
The horse.
It came out with the Switch. Yeah.
Yes, man. Like it came out.
Tough, bro.
You could ride the horse. He learned how to climb. You do the glide and shit with the. Oh my god! It was so much to do and it was so free range.
Did you get the Master Sword?
Of course I got the. Yes, of course I got the Master Sword.
I was testing.
But even on this new joint, because I like the new joint, the Skyward Sword, I got the Master Sword and I got the Master Shield. A lot of niggas don't know how to get the Master Shield. Master Shield, you got to go to the third dragon and you go and you play his games. And if you keep winning the games, because he make you fight all your bosses all over again. And that's the thing. It was so the one thing I will say about Zelda, the thing that was so crazy about Zelda is when I was younger, I didn't understand it. But Zelda really is a mind, like it challenges your smarts. So anytime you stuck somewhere in Zelda, I'm like, okay, there's a puzzle you have to do, like something that you got to look at that you wouldn't normally look at will give you the key to unlock this door. It's always that way. And now, like, as I play it now, I enjoy that shit because back then you would have to cheat. Like, oh, I've been on this part for like a week. I can't get off this shit. Like, I look this shit up now. I don't cheat. I don't look it up. I be like, all right, let me just analyze the room and see what it is. And like, once you like, it's like trial by error. And then once you get it, and like, oh, that shit was easy type shit. Like, but it's just how it works, man. So shout out to Zelda, man. I can't wait to the next one because I'm
Breath of the Wild 2 gonna be nuts, bro. I can't wait.
That's 2022, right?
Yeah.
Or that's 2021.
22.
Okay, I'll be getting that. I'll be on that.
For sure.
Yo, but, man, it was a hell of a fucking podcast, man. Y'all get to see what we look like. We ugly as shit, man. Yeah. But I'm still the fattest dick in the pod, though. I just couldn't put it in the name.
All right.
Look at your face.
This nigga annoying me, yo.
Yeah, no, what did he say? He was like,
all right.
Whatever.
But as always, you can find me, Reg, on all the socials at REGGIEDAVISII. Next.
J_Allenism. I check in.
He check in,
but I check in. I be checking in.
Check it, and you can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at Heffsky, HEFFSQUIAT. Check me out. Any of my sneaker collectors, any of my sneaker lovers, hit me, man. Let's collab. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Let's do some shit, man. But it was a pleasure, man. Man. Now it's time to watch some football. I'm smoking another L and finish up my beers, man. So love you niggas.
Bro. I love you, bro. Love you, Reg. Love you,
Yes, sir.
I love y'all, but I'm a pause it though.
Fuck that pause shit. Take that hood shit somewhere else, dog.
Joe be so triggered when I say that shit. I love it, man. I'm a pause it.
Yo, cause it's just like the childhood annoying things, dog.
Like, why is it a pause, nigga?
Why is everything
damn?
God.
I fucking hate you niggas, man, but I love you, bro.
But yeah, man, we're gonna hit with y'all, man.